This is the Aflac Insurance Inside High School Sports Show, highlighting all of Section 3, interviewing the greatest local coaches and athletes. Brought to you by SummitCars.com, broadcasting in the ESPN studios. Here's your host, Mike Bristol, and Eagle Newspapers' Phil Blackwell.
All right, here we are on it. Phil, what's up, kid?
A fun time of year because we have just started the Section 3 basketball playoffs. We have the hockey playoffs that are underway. We've had the sectional championships decided in swimming and wrestling last weekend. And it is a chaotic time. And we have a lot of guests this week. In fact, so many guests that we're going past an hour, aren't we?
That's right.
All right.
We're going to go, I think we're going to go 90 minutes today. And then 30 minutes for the legend show.
An extra credit instrument. We should have done this next week when it was leap year day, but anyway.
Burnsy, what's up? Mark Burns in studio.
Is that time and a half today? Because you're going
I don't wish. Minus, negative, time and a half. That's what I get.
Oh, okay.
Who's your special guest? Who do you got?
I have Mr. Barry Lippincott with the CNY Football Foundation.
Oh, yeah. Barry, what's going on?
Hey, here to talk about some things that's going on with the National Football Foundation. We have a football showcase coming up on the 3rd of May, and it'll be at the Sports Center on Route 481. And the idea behind it is to showcase the athletes' skills and demonstrate their abilities. The college coaches will be there.
Barry, get close to the microphone. Have fun with that thing for me.
We have over 20 college coaches that have committed to be there. They'll be observing the athletes as they perform the various drills. And at the end of the session, this is during the open season, if you will, for recruiting. So the college coaches can sit down and talk to the players and establish relationships with them. And this information can be found on the Central New York chapter website, which is cnyfootballfoundation.com. And if you go on there, there's a link that takes you to the flyer and to the registration form.
Barry, you're all practiced up for this, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
Did you get all ready this morning?
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Come here. Hold on. Someone wants to come in here. Come on in studio, bro. What's going on? Oh, yeah. You got to move. You're in front of the camera. Wow. This is unbelievable.
Right,
this is what happens. You get someone in studio, sitting his big bald head in front of the camera.
Good thing we've got time to figure all this out. Today, anyway.
At least you had a shaved bald head for this. Someone, you got to get stuff cleaned up. Look at that. You can see that you're out of the way. Well, all the people out there got to look at his head for about 30 seconds.
Good thing we got 90 minutes.
Barry,
today, right?
No one wanted to look at you.
At least they want to
talking.
look at us. So hey, why not?
Burnsy, what's going on?
Well, the reason we got involved with this, we've been a long-time supporter of the Football Foundation, and we'll get a chance to talk to these parents about something called March to Success. The way to help, it's a standardized test prep program that will help these guys stay eligible for the great things they want to do and get them ready for college.
Yeah, that's good.
So we had a busy week this week.
What happened?
Well, I had we are testing. Our unit's been chosen.
I think you told me there's some phys thing.
The new Army Combat Physical Fitness Test.
Phil's down at 215.
I saw that.
From
I didn't recognize him when he came to the door.
From his pro wrestling weight at 250?
Oh, it was way more than that.
260? What were you?
More.
What was your pro wrestling weight?
It was not. It was undisclosed. Weight unknown. I remember this stuff from back in the day. It's just parts unknown, weight
unknown. But now you're Slim Shady Phil Blackwell.
Different version. All
right, go on. So talk to us.
Got me off track here.
Sorry.
We had the Army testing facility out at Natick Labs has come out and fitted some of our soldiers with some special diagnostic, kind of a supercharged Fitbit, and they've gone through this new. We went from a 3-event test. Now they're going to have to do deadlifts. They're going to have to do kettlebell runs. They're going to have to do a sled drag, some pull-ups, and a 2-mile run. So I watched it.
Oh.
We tested it yesterday morning at Manley Fieldhouse. Our guys did really well for being the diagnostic test. And I tell you, I had to sit down just to watch them. They wore me out.
Yeah, no kid, I could imagine. Looking at all this, when we start adding up the physical fitness, the age, the ACFT, talk a little bit about that, the ACFT.
Well, it's just now what they're going to have to do. The intent of this whole thing is to really tie the physical fitness test to combat and soldier-related skills. The previous test was doing push-ups for your upper body.
Pull-ups.
Your core was sit-ups.
Yeah.
and the 2-mile run, and that was it. When I went in the 70s, way back when, not the 1870s, but the 1970s, we had a 5-event test where we did a lot of different things. And at that time, there wasn't as much of an emphasis on physical fitness. In fact, we only had to pass 3 out of the 5 events to be what we call a go.
Oh, wow.
So we really look at the Army now has master fitness trainers assigned to every unit. They go to a special school. They have resiliency trainers to help work, to keep people motivated. So they've really put a lot of emphasis on physical fitness going forward. These guys are coming out, guys and gals coming out as animals. The other thing is this test is non-gender related. So it's
good.
Same standards across the board. So it's,
Barry, let's bounce you here for a second. I want to know about all the Division 1, 2, and 3 coaches that'll be in attendance here. So from what schools, what areas, what do you got?
Right now, the ones that, and I was talking to Keith Kempney, he is the member from our chapter that's pulling this together. And right now, from the division, the FSC, Colgate and Albany have committed to it. And we're still working on getting someone from SU. But like I said, there's 20-plus colleges have committed to be there.
Oh, wow. Empire 8, I saw Patriot League, MAC.
Right.
Liberty, obviously, CAA, Ivy, all these different leagues. That's great. And then what does the Army have to do with some of this?
well, like I said, we're going to be there. We're going to help them probably run folks through the drills if they want.
You're going to actually do all that.
Our great young NCOs will be there, but also, more importantly, to talk to the folks about the March to Success portion.
Okay.
To really, this we're going to highlight to these coaches. We got to make sure you're eligible for college.
Quarterbacks attending, please bring your own football.
I saw that on the press release.
Bring the football that you like throwing.
Yeah.
The deflated ones.
Yeah.
$70 a player, $95 after April 20th. CNYFootballFoundation.com, CNY NFL Showcase at gmail.com as well.
Yes.
Anything else?
The other great thing we got we got kind of a cool thing coming up Wednesday.
Okay.
We are doing across the country a future soldier swear-in. We've got soldiers all across the country taking the oath to serve this nation in the Army, being given by Colonel Morgan, who happens now to be aboard the space station. So they're going to be
How cool is
doing
that?
it live
Wow.
through NASA.
On the space
and
station.
locally, we're going to have the Mexico BOCES is going to participate. We've got 7 or 8 high school students are going to participate this.
Phil, what do you have? Something on the space station? What?
No. Keep going.
I mean, what? You got some sort
Just
of
waving
space
at me.
station? Okay.
He's used
What
to
the
waving
heck?
me off. So that'll be going on.
Phil Black will be writing from the space station as well.
That'll be going on from 11:30 to 1:30. If people want to go into GoArmy.com or the Army Facebook page, they'll be able to see that thing streamed live and watch the. He's also going to. There's been questions submitted. He's going to be answering a lot of questions. It's kind of cool. We have about 7 astronauts. 3 of them active right now in NASA, and 1 of them on the space station.
Very cool. Luke, what's going on? We got super intern Luke in here from Marcellus Mustangs, Mustang Country. What's up, kid?
He's from Baldwinsville.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, man. Horrible. That's right, because your mom works at Marcellus, right?
Yeah, she
And you're a
does.
Beeville guy?
I am.
Yeah, you got to leave. Except I'm good
because
buddies.
we have Beeville people on our program later on to the show. So anyway,
But I do like some of the crew over there. Was Quimby used to be at Beeville?
he used to be the AD.
Yeah, that's right. Great guy. And then who else? What about coaching football?
Oh, Carl Sanfilippo.
Oh,
He's
the
still
greatest.
coaching.
He's the greatest. Nothing like Sanfilippo. Do you know Sanfilippo? You know Carl?
Yes, I do.
Did you play for him or no?
No, he's also my gym coach. So.
Nice, great guy. Does he really work you or what?
Yeah, he does.
All right, tell me a little bit about yourself. So you're from Baldwinsville. Your mom
yeah.
works at Mustang Country.
Mm-hmm. And
Have you thought about going to Marcellus because of that and
no,
going to where the Mustang Pride is, or
No, it's
the Beeville Bees?
It's a bit of a drive from our house, and I'm fine at Beeville, and right now I'm playing.
But you could possibly go to Marcellus.
Yeah, and I'm getting ready for a baseball season this coming year. So.
Who's your baseball coach again?
Pennefeather.
Yeah, that's right. Great coach. That's
Yeah,
right.
He is. He's been doing that for a while. So.
And what position?
Mainly pitcher. So that's my goal for this year, and some
Throwing the
first base
heat?
and outfield.
What are you throwing? How fast?
Right now, probably just 78, 79.
Nice.
Around there for fastball.
You got some junk?
Yes, I do. I throw a slider and change up.
Get a little close to the microphone. Tell me about it. Tell me about your slider.
My slider is probably my favorite pitch to throw because I can throw it like anywhere on the plate. And,
How'd you learn it?
I mainly just I looked it up online like a few years ago and just started playing with grips. And when I started throwing, and my fastball isn't the fastest. I don't exactly blow people away, so I got to throw some junk pitches and mix it up.
Hey,
a
don't
lot.
say that. You got some heat too. You're throwing almost 80. That's good, buddy.
Yeah.
And you got the slider. What else you said you had? Changeup?
Changeup.
What's your changeup?
It's good. I throw that. It's probably I throw it the least, but it's definitely helpful when people are expecting the fastball.
Are you lefty or righty?
I'm a lefty.
All right. So, what about a knuckleball? You ever develop a knuckleball? A little Phil Necro knuckleball?
Maybe I should. I've played
Get
around
the
with it
knuckler
before,
going,
but
baby.
Not in a game, but
No.
Maybe.
All right. How are you going to improve your speed? You do anything stretching? Anything like that?
I've been getting stronger this whole off season. I've been working out 2 or 3 times a week.
Do you see that Phil's down to 215 from 278?
Yeah.
You should take some pointers from the Blackie. Phil, what do you do for workouts, by the way? Not to interrupt Luke's interview.
I just walk a lot.
Do you?
That's a lot, and do even during the winter months.
What's your diet like now?
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to disclose everything about it.
Do you think people are really going to be like looking up your dietary restrictions?
I don't need to. I don't need to preach about all this stuff. But a couple of
Luke, let's go back to Luke. Come on, let's go back to Luke.
One thing is you got a famous pitching teammate, who's been pretty fit.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Jason.
Of course. So talk about a guy like that.
Yeah, I mean he's a great teammate to be around, and he always, obviously he's like, he's got a full scholarship to Maryland. He's been playing great, and he's also a great teammate though. He never like acts like he's so much better than everyone else, and that he kind
just
of
a good guy.
bosses everyone else around. He's a great guy.
Has he showed you some stuff?
Definitely leads the team. Yeah, everyone asked him about like his pitches, his arm motion, all that type of stuff, and he's really helpful with all that.
So, what are you studying in school? Or obviously, you're still in high school, right? What year?
Yeah, I'm a junior.
All right, where do you want to go for college?
I'm not exactly sure yet, but my goal is to study something in maybe like communications or.
You want to broadcasting or?
Yeah, definitely. Broadcasting would be awesome.
Okay, so are you doing anything with the radio station there?
I am. I have my own radio show.
Really?
So
what's it called?
We don't really have a name for it yet. It's just called
Luke Live, baby.
It's Luke and Josh's sports show. It's me and my friend do it.
Listen. You guys got to come up with a cool title.
We do.
Can't just be Luke and whatever. Just come up with something good. That's the first thing you should do this weekend.
Yeah, we did.
And I want you to, hey, hold on. Listen, I'm talking. And I want you to report back to me. I want like 10 titles, and I'll pick your title.
It's all about the branding.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
That's right. Exactly. Burns knows it. If you don't do it, you'll never be invited back on the show.
Okay.
All right? So
I'll do it.
I expect a list
I'll
from your mom, and we're going to go through that and pick out the best title.
All right.
All right. And who else? Who's Josh? He plays sports?
Josh Gorham, he also plays baseball.
Does he? What position?
And catcher.
All right. That's cool. So you two have got to have some sort of like commonality.
We were both on JV last year, so he was kind of, we
he knows how you throw.
He knows how to catch me, yeah.
That's good. Did you wave him off at all?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that's like the first thing you can't do with you and your partner. You got to trust.
No, I
hey, Top Gun, did you learn nothing from Top Gun?
No.
Phil, did you? Nope.
Not really.
Phil got married, by the way.
What?
Isn't that
2
huge?
years. That was almost 2.5. Almost
Still tremendous. Luke, do you want to get married someday?
2.5 years ago now. It's been a while.
Phil, we're talking to Luke. One more minute. Come on.
Phil, it gets easier. After the first 40, it gets easier.
Phil and I are like a married couple. How long have we been together for? Let's go back to Phil.
Long time. It's almost 20 years. So it's like,
20 years. Think about that. That's a marriage itself. Mm-hmm. Luke, so that maybe you and Josh can have that longevity together, all through college and, like Burnsy and his wife, they've been married for 40 years.
Well, I'm married to a saint. We'll hit 52.
Did I? Wait, you're going to chime in for
I'm married to a saint. We hit 52 this summer.
Of course you're married to a saint. That's good. You got to say that on air right now. Anything else for any talk from you, Burnsy?
No.
Go ahead. You got to fill us in. Go ahead. Yeah. A little bit more of that. That's a brochure, right?
About 3 years ago, Mike Pereira, who was the former head of NFL officials, started a program called Battlefields to Ball Fields.
Okay.
And the idea behind it is to get active duty military and veterans, retirees, recent military that have gotten out of the service, but get them involved in the community through sports officiating.
Oh, that's good.
Because there's a critical shortage of officials every sport nationwide.
Especially here in Section 3 as well?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And the numbers have steadily gone down.
So we'll have to promote that. Let me see that flyer. We'll have to promote that each weekend and try to get people to start officiating again.
But we've been Jimmy Lawless, who is our membership chairman for the local high school chapter. But I said this is for every sport. We three of us went to Fort Drum, met with Fort Drum up there. They're picking up the ball on the program. Later next month, I'm going up to Fort Drum for the retirees breakfast, and I'm meeting with the retiree service officer, and we're going to get it in his newsletter, which goes out to about 30,000 people. Mark's working to get me into meetings.
Nice.
Meetings with the VFW, the Legion, and so forth, so we can go out and talk to these guys about this. But this Battlefields the Ball Field is a great organization. They give basically a scholarship. They pay for the equipment to get into officiating. They'll buy your cleats, your shoes, your shirts, your everything to get you started, and they pay your first 3 years of dues. So that financial burden is taken away from the guys to get in, because football is probably the most expensive sport equipment-wise to get into. But they pick up the tab for that. So it's a very good organization. As I said, it started in California, and in 2018 it went nationwide.
Sounds great.
So it's really a good
Phil,
program.
maybe you got to do a story. Here, let me give this to you.
Well,
Here,
I
look
wanted
at
to
it.
make a notice and make a comment about something else. I mean, you do a lot with the New York State Football High School Coaches Association, right? They just announced that for next February 5th, for their coaching clinic at Turning Stone, their keynote speaker will be none other than LSU coach Ed Orgeron.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
Eddie O.
That'll be entertaining unto itself. But he has roots. He was the SU assistant coach in the late '90s, so that was a big thing for them to get for next year. So
Yeah. So it makes me, I'm due to retire in December, but that's going to be in February, so I might come as a spectator.
Yeah.
We've had Dino speak there, and a couple other folks. This year it was the Shiano out of Rutgers spoke this year. Packed the crowd, and my colonel spoke. That really packed the place.
Heck yeah, that's right. All the excitement. All right, let's talk about who's on the show, Phil. We've got our. We're going to kick things off with our Wegmans winning spotlight interview. Members of the Christian Brothers Academy boys basketball team, back when they were 1-4 in late December, looked like the CBA boys basketball team was in for a long winter. The brothers went 12-2 the rest of the way, leaping out into the short list of Section Class A title contenders and getting longtime coach Buddy Wiklinski his 500th win. Who we had Buddy in here a couple weeks ago.
Now I've got the players.
That's right. So now I got the whole crew, including Eddie Leone, who I saw out there, my good buddy Eddie O. Colin Kelly, Jason Bull, Chris Catalano, Luke Valenti, I think, AJ Romeo,
and Ryan McKenzie. McKenzie. So they've done a really good job this season, given from where they were to being a very, very dangerous team. I think they're most proud of the fact that they swept Bishop Ludden.
That's right.
And reclaimed control of the Holy War, which they hadn't had for quite some time.
What do you think about that, Luke?
I mean, I think that's impressive that they, even though they started off bad, they're able to bounce back the whole season and, keep the team going in a positive direction.
Good feedback, Luke. Nice work. We got our second interview, Upstate University Hospital Spotlight, interviewing members of the Fayetteville Manly ice hockey team. And we know by the end of the week whether the long-held order in area Division I hockey is upended. FM got to the sectional semifinals a year ago. West Jenny beat them. Now those two are ready. We'll talk about that, including Thursday's 2-1 sectional semifinal win over Rome Free Academy. Two of the team's seniors, multi-sport stars as well. Will Duncanson and Ben Hammond all are here in studio.
Will's a 3-sport guy, and he's hoping to get into West Point, among other things.
Nice.
And he was a part of the FM baseball team that shocked everyone by winning the sectional title last June. Ben played 4 different varsity sports at one point or another. He played soccer, then he played football, and then he a lacrosse star, and obviously hockey. He's going to be going to lacrosse at St. John Fisher. 2 great athletes, both of them.
Our third interview of the day, and again, we're going about 90 minutes today, and then we're going to do the last 11:30 to 12 will be Syracuse Legends with, who do we got on there? Alan, Adrian, and Shump will come on, and Billy Owens. But real quick, our Summit.com spotlight interview members of the Baldwinsville boys basketball team, which Luke is in here. And Luke, what do you think about Beeville being in here? 14-6 regular season. Second here, Metro Division, number 4 seed for Class A AA playoffs. They're going to meet Auburn Tuesday's quarterfinals. Luke, talk a little bit about your team.
I mean, they've definitely been a lot more, I feel like, together as a team than previous years. Previous years we have not been as good. But I think the team's just all well-rounded this year, and everyone's contributing, and I'm excited to go watch them play on
Talk
Tuesday.
about your high-touted star, sophomore J.J. Starling.
I mean, it's amazing watching him play. He's absolutely, I don't know how to, explain it. I mean, he's doesn't even look like a sophomore. He's out there. When
You guys
people
don't
that
beat on him at all?
never
or
seen him before.
joke around with him at all or tease him, do anything like that?
Oh, no, I don't.
No, you should.
I should. Yeah.
Nate Ray, Chase Trombley, and Bo Nicholson. Talk about those guys.
Well, I know all of them because at one point I played baseball with all of them, and Nate and Bo will be on the varsity team this year.
Good.
But I mean, they're all great guys, and yeah, they're great teammates as well.
Nice job, Luke. Luke, by the way, is super intern Baldwinsville here today. His mother does some. What does she do at Marcellus? Like internships or exactly? What's her title there?
I think she's works in the
some
guidance
coordinator.
process. I don't know what her exact title is.
Career
development, yes.
Excellent. She does a terrific job. I know that. I just can't remember what her title was. Our Webmans winning Spotlight interview, members of Liverpool Boys swim team, a couple weeks ago, highlighted the remarkable season pulled off by Liverpool Boys swim team. Home pool went undefeated, by the way. Since then, the Warriors added the Section 3 Class A title, defended its crown at the quarter qualifier to keep the George Falwell Cup. Of course, Star Swimmers will be here in studio. Griffin Merklin, Curtis Merrick, Julian Brownlow, Jake, I think Brandon's here, Josh Foley, everybody here in studio. Phil, where do we go with all these guys? In fact, I think you got even a diver here in studio today.
No, I think the Yuri couldn't make it, unfortunately, today. But the rest of the guys are here, so we got a lot to get to. Let's get to it.
I want you to talk a little bit about the Liverpool Boys swim team. We got plenty of time.
Well, the thing is, again, they were without a home pool this season, and still undefeated, still, swept through the sectional meet, won the maintained the George Falwell Cup, and then this time they won some races at the sectional meet. You had 2 sprint victories by Brownlow and Merkling. He qualified for just about every event for the state championships, pretty much. He's going to choose to do a couple of them. He's going to focus on one individual plus all the relays, and they're going to take a strong team to Long Island. We'll see what happens.
Luke, you ever swim?
No.
No.
I mean, I do for fun.
Yeah, right. But yeah, Burnsy, you ever throw down swimming?
Years and years ago.
Like actually competitive swimming?
Yeah, I was terrible.
Well,
I was terrible.
I
was a lifeguard, though, too.
At least you did it, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I couldn't get to him quick, but I could save a little.
CBA on deck. We'll be right back. This is the Inside High School Sports Show, and it's brought to you by, of course, Aflac Insurance, presented by who, Phil? Who's it presented by?
SummitCars.com.
All right.
This is the Aflac Insurance Inside High School Sports Show, brought to you by SummitCars.com.
All right, here we are back on it. How about a round of applause for the great Phil Blackwell, who lines up everything all the time? I mean, Philly B, taking care of business today, which is outstanding as always. CBA in here and the boys basketball team. So, Buddy Wiklinski, Mr. 500 and what now? 5 what? What are we at? Get close. Come on. We're going to go right to you for a little.
Yeah, so
you know you got it already.
No,
come on.
500 something. That's all right.
Phil, how many does Buddy have? Come on. 507, something like that.
That works.
Congratulations again.
Thanks, Mike.
A nice 12-2 the rest of the way here after a little start of that season, the 1-4. So talk a little bit about the turnaround.
No,
or I guess we don't call it turnaround. Maybe just getting things rolling.
We started out 1-4, and we were hoping when we started the season that we'd have a chance to, at least to represent. And we felt that the first 5 games we didn't play as well as we could. The group refocused. And ever since then, so since Christmas, we've really been on a run. So I think we're 13-2 since Christmas. Yeah, but good. It always comes down, and we've got all of our seniors here tonight. We say all the time that the way that the team goes, it's really the seniors that make it work, and how they do and how hard they work, and they're really the ones that dictate what the chemistry is going to be like. And these seniors have done a great job, and we could have folded, and we didn't, and so now we're hoping that we can extend the season a little bit longer because we're having a lot of fun.
And for some reason, you brought in Ed Leone. So, Eddie, come on over in front of the microphone.
Steve, how are you?
How was your morning? What'd you do?
It was great. I had breakfast, actually.
All right, what'd you have breakfast?
I had breakfast. I had eggs.
What do you have? Well, yeah, what do you have? Are you at the oatmeal?
Usually it's a chocolate chip cookie and coffee.
That's your breakfast?
Yeah, that lasts me till practice.
And you're still hooping it up too.
Well, yeah.
Where do you guys play?
It's relative. You got the Cherry Road Gang.
That's right.
With
who are some of the names?
John Conley, Flagan Prince, Fesco. There's some good players over there. I mean, I always got to catch the guy that was up all night or had kids up all night.
Yeah, of course you do. That's smart. You got to get on him. Then it makes you look good.
Yeah.
How are the backyard battles at the Leone house? Tell me about that.
They're great.
Full court.
They keep coming. The alumni is.
Did you update the rims or anything, or is it still old school?
No, they're good.
Okay.
They're good.
All right, so you're good where you are.
Yeah.
Who are some of the guys that come back?
Oh, God. We get Underwood comes back, Jarvis, Drescher. Last year, Drescher came back. Yeah, we got a bunch of guys, and they just, every year I figure, it's going to wear out. But
How's
beginning of May, they call. They said, "Let's go."
How's your semi-retirement going?
Good. Everything's good.
Yeah,
everything's good. What about you? You're good.
No, yeah, I guess. I get to hang out with Phil Blackwell. So
he's the man.
I feel wonderful.
It's better than that.
Did you guys know Phil got married 2 years ago?
I know.
How about a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen?
Come on, Phil.
Ryan McKenzie, what's up, Ryan? Say hello. Come on, where's Ryan McKenzie? Say hello, everybody. How are you, buddy?
How's it going?
Talk about CBA. Tell me a little bit about this team.
Yeah, this team's really unique. I've been on the team for 3 years.
Okay.
And this team, so for my 3 years, we've always been really well. We played really well in defense. We played really hard. And then this team, we just kind of put together on offense at the second half of the season. And it's just kind of coming together at the right time.
Could be history. Colin Kelly. Colin, say hello, everybody. What's up, pal?
What's up, everybody?
What's that? How are you? Are you from Alabama?
Nah.
You got that little southern draw
That'd be
going.
cool, though.
Cool, yeah, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Tell me about CBA.
CBA, definitely a hardworking team.
Yeah.
Our team is definitely, we like to move the ball. We like to move the ball fast. First in the beginning of the year, we kind of preached pushing the ball. But as soon as we started to slow it down and stuff, we got better on offense. We started holding teams to 40 points, just over 40 points. And, I think we can really push this season a little bit further and maybe with a championship in the future. So.
I like that. So we've got our Wegmans winning Spotlight interview and Colin Kelly. Colin, introduce your buddy Jason. What's up, Jason? What's happening?
Jason.
Talk to me about the CBA brothers, buddy.
Well, I think we've really just focused in defensively and really focused on our assignments and been able to stop teams. And then offensively, it's just starting to click. So
it has clicked. Let's talk to Chris Catalano. Chris, what's going on?
Not much.
Talk a little bit about the brothers as well here at this point in the season.
We're a pretty close team. All the guys like each other, which I think is with a team chemistry. Nobody cares who's scoring.
Yep.
And we got a play hard mentality. Every game we go out to play as hard as we can.
What do you think of Ed Leon?
He's a good guy. He's got a couple problems, but we deal with it.
Yeah, I know. But he brings it. Luke, what's up, Luke?
How's it going?
What's happening?
Nothing much.
Luke, get close to the microphone. You the quiet guy on the team?
Nah.
He's not? Just in front of the microphone right now? What year are you? You're a senior, right? All seniors. Where are you going to go to school?
I'm going to University of Colorado.
Oh, yeah?
Boulder.
What are you going to study?
I'm going in undecided, so just trying to figure out what I want to do.
Yeah, just don't study and partying too hard there. Who else do we got? RJ, what's up, RJ?
How's it going?
What's happening?
Not much. How are you?
Good. Are you going to, what is that, Gonzaga? Is that what I see on there?
No.
Who is it?
I'm the only one that's undecided right now.
You're still undecided?
Yeah.
What do you feel like studying?
Probably business.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And do you have 2 or 3 schools picked out, or what do you have?
Yeah, I'm still waiting on a few, but right now my top is probably Providence.
Really? Yeah. Great school. It'll be fun to go. All right. Coach, let's go back to you here. Buddy Wiklinski. I guess if you could point to a single moment here in the season, things turned around, or the pinpoint or the pinnacle, where was it? What was it? Was there something that kind of said, okay, this is the switch time?
Well, I just think the moment happened after our first 5 games. We were 1-4.
Did you have a talk with the boys? You pull them in and say, hey?
Well, you didn't have to. I think all the way through we were just trying to figure out what we were, and we said that for the first 5 games, and we thought we were going to be able to run up and down, and we thought we were going to be able to run up and down and shoot and take a lot of shots, and we just changed focus. You listen to the guys.
Defense
and that's exactly
first,
what happened.
that kind of thing. What?
Yep. And we went in our Christmas tournament. We went from giving up 69 points a game, 65 points a game, to our Christmas tournament. We won 2 games, 42-39, and beat Henniger 45-42.
That's right.
So it just changed the focus of what we were doing. So I think when we focused in and went defense first, everything else started to fall into place. It wasn't like we couldn't score, because we could, but I think we just went from worried about trying to make shots just to go play in defense, and then let the defense create our offense. And fortunately, it's these guys again. It's the seniors that come to work every day, and all the underclassmen that we work hard, and they bought in. And it seems like it's working for us. So that's awesome.
Coach Leon, how about winning your own Botar Leon Holiday Classic? That must have been great after a bunch of years, right?
Yeah, it was. And again, these guys are.
They carry you off the floor?
We're really no, not quite. No, we're very proud of these guys. I mean, the way we've been saying 13 strong from top to bottom. These guys are having a blast in practice, as I am, and we just can't be more proud of them. The way they've come together as a team and share the ball, and they run around great. I don't know if they know what they're doing, but there's a lot of movement out there.
That's right,
a lot of movement out there. Yep.
Colin, you got the winning basket, I guess. What, in the first Holy War?
Yeah.
It's been big, right? You're fired up with that. Tell me about how was it set up? Was it a play for you? Did you have to create? Did it just happen? Tell me a little bit about that bucket.
Pretty sure we were running one of our plays, and it was meant for Sam Haas to hit a 3 up on the top of the key or something. I think that was supposed to happen.
Yep.
And then I guess he didn't have a shot, and Dan threw me the ball, and there was like not much time left on the clock. So
you said it's going up.
Went to the basket, and it went in.
Nice. Good job. So, all right. Buddy, how many times does that happen? I mean, that's the coaching thing, that you have this drawn-up play, the execution is paramount, but then things happen in a game, and you still get a bucket.
I'll give you this one on that play. We didn't. We ran it the day before in practice and didn't realize that was one of the options. So we ran it a couple times, and it ended up being that Colin happened to be open after if it didn't work out the way that we thought it was going to. So we mentioned it in the huddle, and it got to him, and he ends up making the winning shot. So it's one of those things that it was a byproduct of what we were trying to do. But if we didn't run it the day before in practice, I wouldn't have realized that was going to be viable.
Dan Anderson has been exciting to watch. Talk a little bit about him.
Yeah, Danny's tough. He's a good athlete. He's a lacrosse player.
Yeah.
He's he has the ball a lot for us. He's a good point guard, and so he's good. So all these guys here, we play together as a group. So he gets a lot of points, and he gets the. I guess when you're looking at statistically, he certainly is as good as we have, and he's going to be a great player going down.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to have.
But again, I still like it's our seniors that they're the leaders. The seniors are the leaders of the group when you're going in, and we wouldn't be where we are without them.
Chris, talk about your defense. I want to hear all about the defense, how you guys locked it down. Did you guys have like a separate kind of get-together, you and the seniors? Did something happen outside of the coaches to get things rolling here or what?
No, it wasn't anything outside of it. It was just kind of like in the huddles before the games. We're going to go as hard as we can because we got to stop them on defense first. Because defense really does win games. If you're holding to a team to under 50, you're probably going to win the game because that's hard to do. Most teams can't hold anybody to under 50.
No question. Let's go to Ryan. Let's talk to you here for a second. I guess with all the important, first round bye stuff, what have you guys focused on in practice? What are practices like right now?
Yeah. I mean, practices, they've always been really intense, but then this week we've just kind of been focusing in on sharpening our offense up mostly for playoffs and just kind of getting everything down for the end of the season.
All right, very good. Luke, let's go to Luke here, guys. Luke from Beeville, our super intern, has got a quick question, right? Go ahead, pal.
Yeah, my question is, what do you think your next opponent, Central Square, right?
All right, so let's go to Jason. Why don't you answer that? What do we think about the Square? Let's talk about it.
Central Square is definitely a good team. They could shoot the ball. They got a couple real good players, so we just got to focus in on their best players and just try to stop them.
Good. Luke, how about you? Have you guys watched some game film? Have you guys dived into that at all with the Square?
We've been scouting them when they're playing. We watch them play ESM, and we also watch them play Carthage. So I used to go to Central Square, so I know a lot.
Look at that. So you stole some stuff.
Yeah.
You brought the playbook to Buddy.
Yeah, exactly. I've been playing with those guys since I can remember having a basketball in my hand. So hearing I was going to be playing against them was definitely exciting for me. So we just got to lock down on the assignments and stop who we need to stop to come out with that.
Using your iPhone, right, to steal some signals for Raklinski and the crew. RJ, how about you? Talk about, at this point in the season, how do you feel you boys are at and how you guys think you're working together?
I think everyone's doing pretty well right now. Everyone's focusing in on everything they need to do, everyone's assignments. Certain people are focusing on defensive assignments and then letting the offense come to them.
That's good. Coach, let's go to you for a second. Coach Waklinski, you look at, I guess, early in the season, Whitesboro and JD, playoff time, postseason time. Obviously, you guys are playing very, very good. Talk about some of these other teams out there.
Well, Whitesboro's undefeated, and I don't care what game you're in, what season, what sport you're playing. If you can go through an entire season and win 20 games without losing,
it's incredible.
That's virtually impossible. That means you didn't have an off night, or at least you're able to fight through an off night. So they've beat some good teams. They've won some close games, so they're certainly tested. Janesville DeWitt, we played them early in the year, and they're a good team, and they've been hot also. I think they've probably won 10 or 11 in a row. So when you're looking at the top two, and so you keep going down. So ESM actually beat JD. So they're you can't. I don't think there's anybody left that you can really overlook. Even Bishop Grimes. Bishop Grimes just beat SAS, and Bishop Grimes going to Whitesboro. I think that's going to be a great game. Central Square. We saw Central Square got upset. They against ESM. They had ESM beat, and they really were playing well. And just unfortunately, some plays down the stretch didn't go their way. So Central Square is a good team. So it'll be fun, just like in any of the things. I think when you get to sectionals, it's fun.
Who is
and it's a one game season now.
Was it Duke and NC State? Was that the game? They lost by 22 or something like that. And Coach K got up there and just said flat out, hey, they came out and ready to play. They were just hungry or what.
Sure.
I mean, that is the game of basketball. You can't hit a few shots. You start getting on a bad roll.
And I guess that's where you go with it kind of magnifies something like what Whitesboro did. So Whitesboro won 20 games. And they didn't have – there had to be one of those nights somewhere along the line where they just didn't have it and somebody came out and hit them, but they were able to sustain it.
That's right. Phil, go ahead. You got a question? Phil Blackwell from Eagle Newspapers.
Just one I would ask would be, what would it mean for, and I'm ask the players this, what would it mean for you guys to, maybe get a sectional title for a program that hasn't had one in a few years? Because it's been a few years for this program. What would it mean to get one?
It would mean a lot. I've never been a part of a sectional championship team. I've never even had like a sectional win, and turning the program around in the right direction with a sectional championship would mean a ton, especially if it's against JD, because we had that that first game.
Well, you wouldn't play them until I believe the finals if you got both.
Yeah. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We got to focus on every game.
And this thing, but like I said, you could be, but it wouldn't be to the finals. So we'll see.
All right, let's do some shout outs. Ryan, why don't you kick things off? Give us a shout out. Who you want to give a shout out to?
Let's see. I want to give a shout out to Rick Beardsley. He was in here earlier.
Rick is.
I know for a fact he's definitely listening right now.
Rick is a tremendous asset to this organization and to CBA. He's a great guy. Well, what else we got? Colin, how about you?
What up, Coach Rick, if you're listening?
Word up, Coach Rick.
And got a shout out to my parents.
Does Rick still crush you guys as you get out there and still rip some shots and pop you guys around a little bit?
Yeah.
I love it. Does he tell you the same story about how he took the lacrosse ball and set it down in front of the offensive player? That story seems to get bigger and bigger and more elaborated. I think now he did it like 15 times in a row. It's a wonderful story, though. Cracks me up. Jason, how about you? Shout out time.
I just want to give a shout out to my parents and then Coach Tom Dodder. I know he's not listening, but
Tom Dodder, that's a rich family history. The whole Dodder family. In fact, who did I just talk to? Was it Mike Dodder that was NFL drafted and
that was his,
Major League Baseball and
his nephew or
I can't remember what his Mike Dodder. That's right, Mike Dodder. Yeah, Stanford. That's it. Good buddy knows the history. I couldn't remember that. Jason, did you do a shout out? Yeah, you already did. Chris Catalano.
I'm going to shout out my
Chris, are you going to be an attorney?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see what college.
Hang out with you and your dad and do your thing.
Yeah, maybe I'll join the family business. I don't know.
Heck yeah, big time. Your dad's wonderful. Go ahead, give a shout out. Go ahead.
I'm just going to shout out my family.
They listening right now?
My girlfriend, Bella. Yeah, I think they're listening
Your
together.
Your girlfriend? Oh, man! Oh, my first guy in studio. Oh, boy. Catalano. All right, Valenti, go ahead, Luke.
Shout out to my parents and my siblings, especially my older brother. He's always tuned in watching all these games and
nice.
Right after him. He played with the team last year, so
very cool.
Shout out to him.
I like that. And your girl, too. RJ.
Definitely shout out my parents and my sisters, too. They've been helping me along the way with everything.
That's nice. Eddie, get on the microphone for a second. You and Buddy, let's get some shout outs. Go ahead. Come on.
Shout out?
Yeah, give a shout out.
You know what? I'm going to give a shout out to my 96-year-old mother.
Hey, man.
She's probably home watching. She's always asking who won. Brockport and Oswego tomorrow.
Brockport. That's
tomorrow or today. Today they play. They play 4:00 today. Yeah,
Cuse or Brockport.
Yeah, I
Brockport,
know.
my alum.
I
gotta
know.
go Brockport.
I know.
And then Cuse. I got to split them.
That's it. Well, they still got your jersey in the rafters, right?
Yeah. No.
Shout out to my wife Patty, my daughter Alyssa, and then to all the CBA students and fans and people that have supported us, and hopefully they'll come out on Tuesday night and help us to
get a W.
Play the best that we can play on Tuesday night.
All right, big round of applause. CBA Brothers, give yourselves a big round of applause, boys. We'll be right back. ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1.
This is the Aflac Insurance Inside High School Sports Show, brought to you by SummitCars.com.
All right, here we are back in studio. Mike Bristol, the great Phil Blackwell, Luke Arvin-Tides as well in studio here. Luke, what's happening again, buddy? What's happening?
Not much.
Good to have you. Tell me about your mom a little bit again.
She teaches at Marcellus.
Nice.
She's a great mom, and
does a lot of good stuff for you.
Yeah.
All right, and your dad's in studio.
Yeah.
What's your dad's name?
Paul.
Paul, what does Paul do? What does your dad do?
I forgot what the correct term is, but he helps people start businesses.
Nice. All right. Very cool. All right. Let's go to the boys here. We've got our Upstate University Hospital Spotlight interview. Members of the Fayetteville Manlius boys ice hockey team. Will Duncanson, Ben Hammond. Will, what's going on?
Not much. Happy to be here.
Nice. I like your broadcast voice. I like that delivery. Ben, how about you? What's happening?
I'm just glad to be here.
Can you match that? A little bit more energy.
No.
Go ahead. Come on.
Just glad to be here.
There it is. There it is. Oh, I love it. By the way, my good buddy Scotty Sugar just texted me and said, I got to ask you, Will, about the dance marathon. Tell me about the dance marathon.
That's a big fundraiser for Camp
I'll tell you
Good
about
Days.
the dance marathon.
Yeah.
So
you shake it up.
We have. I shake it up a little bit. So we have this thing called dance marathon.
Wait a minute. This is actually funny here.
At FM High School.
Wait, I got to get you on video here. We got our Upstate University Hospital Spotlight interview, and Will's going to tell us about the dance marathon at FM.
So we have this event in March every year called Dance Marathon at FM High School. It's been going on for a while. Basically, it's a 12-hour event where we have a bunch of different things going on all day. Admission is $60, and all the money that we raise goes to Camp Good Days and Special Times,
that's great.
which is an organization that supports and provides events for children that have been affected by cancer.
Mm-hmm.
We usually raise around $100,000 each year for that, and we're looking to exceed that this year. So it's been going really well so far. I'm all pumped up for that.
I love it. Great job. Ben, let's go to you. I don't know if you can match that. Will is tremendous here in studio, but let's talk about FM ice hockey. You look at the team right now. How do you get over that hump against West Jenny, who beat you 2-1 way back in December 10th? Let's talk about getting a W against these guys.
Well, going to Shove Park's always going to be tough.
Yeah.
Tough atmosphere. Small rink. They bring their whole community, so it's always fun to play there. Played them earlier in the season, tough, and we just got to play our game. They're very well coached. They play a great system, so we just got to focus on us, and then hopefully it'll be a good game. It's playoffs, so anything can happen.
In the last 10 games, talk about what's really clicked for you guys, how things have really come together.
I feel like we finally just got the right people together, playing together. We just started clicking. We started putting pucks in the net, and so I think we found that little next gear that we've been looking for all year, and it's helped us.
Nice job. Will, you play 3 sports, sectional title in baseball. The hockey stick. Let's talk about the different qualities playing 3 sports. What you like best?
Definitely one big thing for me is competition. Always wanting to compete in whatever I'm doing, and just kind of the camaraderie that you get in playing sports, multiple sports. Just coming to practice every day, ready to work with a group of guys with a common goal to win and get that sectional title, hopefully. So I really enjoy that. And, being a leader of the teams, kind of setting that example every day for the boys is something I really enjoy. So it's big for me.
Nice. Ben, you're 4 sports, right? In fact, even the switch. Talk about the switch to football.
Yeah, so grew up playing soccer my whole life.
For a good reason.
Did your dad go nuts?
Yeah, I would think so. His dad, of course, is the longtime FM soccer coach, Jeff Hammond, who has won a bunch of championships. And we'll keep go on with that, Ben.
I grew up playing soccer my whole life. And then about 5th or 6th grade, I stopped and just focused on just hockey and lacrosse. And then once modified sports came around, I was like, I'll play soccer. So I played soccer. And then freshman year, I wanted to switch it up. I always thought I'd have a regret if I never played football. So I liked it, but then I was like I kind of want to play for my dad. So my sophomore year and junior year, I played soccer.
Yeah.
And then a lot of my friends played on the football team, and I thought it'd be cool to suit up for Friday night games and go out and play. So it was my 3rd sport, and so I was like, I want to try something different. So, and it worked out well. I liked it.
That's cool. And your dad doesn't care, obviously supports whatever you do, which is awesome.
He loved it. He kind of liked the switch, going to the games. Instead of just going to watch, he can go to watch me. So it was nice. It was cool.
Talk about football.
It was fun. It was a big learning experience. I played freshman year, but going from freshman football to varsity football is a huge difference. I learned a lot quickly. It's a totally different kind of sport. It's very short intervals, but very high contact.
Yeah.
So it got me thinking, which was nice. And it was kind of like the sport during the fall, so it was nice to kind of have that camaraderie throughout the school.
Will, how do you do?
He did very well. Started off the season, there were some times where legend coach Dan Conley would get into him a little bit. He had some mistakes here and there, but he really came on as the season progressed and was a really big part of our defense and our offense. Started both ways at tight end and DN.
Good hands?
Yeah,
Catching
good
the ball,
hands.
doing his thing?
I don't think he had a drop this year.
Wow, you're the man.
Pretty well.
That right there.
Yeah.
And yet he'll be for lacrosse. He'll be going to St. John Fisher College. He's got the hat, so anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll be for lacrosse when he goes. When he's done
Got to
this
be
fall.
excited about that.
And
huh?
by the way, Will, you want to mention, you said you've been maybe accepted to West Point. Explain what's going on
Yeah,
there.
so everything's been all cleared with West Point. I'm just waiting on a medical waiver for asthma right now, which I have to get, which I'm hoping to be able to get and go there, serve my country going forward. So
you might have to lose the beard. I'm just sorry.
Yeah, well, already lost the hair.
Anyway, going back to the hockey team again. Now, as well as you played down the stretch, how much encouragement did you take from the fact that you pushed maybe the best team in the area, Skinny Atlas? You led them in the third period in the game you played a few weeks ago. How much encouragement do you take from that game, even if it was a defeat?
Yeah, so we came out against Skinny Atlas. We knew they were a great team, had beat everyone they played at Division I, Division II, whoever. And we came out, we saw that they were a great team. They scored early, and then we got on them, got the lead. Going into the third period, we knew that they were going to come out firing. They hadn't lost all year. They didn't want to lose to us. And obviously, we ended up losing that game. It was a tough one, but I think we took a lot from that, knowing that we can compete with anyone because they're going to be one of the toughest teams we'll face all year. So that gave us that confidence that even though we lost, we knew that we're up there with whoever we go against.
Now, West Genesee, we come back to this again for the semifinal game. You talked about the atmosphere, obviously, but also looking at the team specifically, you probably watched them play last night, and they won over CBH 85-0, by the way. What's the toughest part about facing them as a team, just from the on-ice standpoint?
I think the way that they're able to kind of play together and play their system so well, they do. They play their game to a T out there, whether it's their forecheck, their defensive zone, their offensive zone pressure, whatever it is. They play that to a T, which makes it so tough because you know that they're not going to be out there making very many mistakes. So you got to execute when you get the chances.
Did you talk about Mighty Skinny Atlas yet?
I already talked about that game already, but
let's talk a little bit about home games and what it's like for you guys.
They're really our home games. They play at the Twin Rinks in Cicero. They're not really close to home. What I was saying is that
right how tough that is. So I mean, that's got to be frustrating. Or how do you guys feel?
So sometimes it's a little bit hard with it being like 25 minutes away from a home.
Like, do you get a good fan base and all that? Or sometimes
like I'd say we've had 4 or 5 games where we've had a pretty good student section there, but it's hard just because on school nights and stuff like that, it's hard to get out there to Cicero for a game. But I mean, through the years, Ben and I have been playing since 8th grade. We've kind of become accustomed just to the bus ride every day after school, out for practice and stuff. But obviously, it's not the best place to be playing our home games that far away. But I mean, it's whatever. We make it work.
So you look at, I guess, the work that goes into making a great program, becoming a sectional championship team. At this point, Ben, let's go to you here for a second. How do you feel everything is coming together? Obviously, with all these wins, you guys are doing great. What needs still to happen to be a sectional championship team?
I feel like we got to find ways to put the puck in the net. Like, no FM team's ever been to the sectional finals. So we just kind of got to get over the hump. Last year was the first sectional win for FM in a couple of years, so that was big. That was the first hump we had to get over. And then this year, that's just another step we have to take to get over the hump to get to the sectional finals. So I think if we just put the puck in the net and we just think about ourselves and play to our advantages and play our system, I feel like it can go anyway.
Nice job. Let's do some shout-outs. Nice job. Will, how about a shout-out? Who do you want to give a shout-out to, bud?
I'd like to give a shout-out to our our goalie coming back, Conrad Wahlberger, came back from injury, and he's been playing real well for us, getting things going. I'll give a shout out to the leader of our student section too, Vincent Caliandro. He's been there for us all year, making the trip out to Cicero. So he's a real good guy.
All right, nice job, Ben. How about you? Shout out. Where do you want to go?
I want to give a shout out to my 2 line mates, Spencer Sasbury and Josh Kuczynski.
Yeah.
Who Orange Line, but always just being there. The camaraderie is awesome. I'd also like to give a shout out to Coach Wiz and Coach Becker and Coach Poppleton. Coach Wiz and Coach Becker has been there for Will and I's all 5 years, so thanks for putting up with us. And I'd also like to thank our parents. They've been doing so much for us, so over the past 5 years playing high school hockey, going out to Cicero for all those games, it's a lot.
Great job. All right, FM hockey team in studio, guys. Good work. We'll be right back. ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1.
This is the Aflac Insurance Inside High School Sports Show, brought to you by SummitCars.com.
All right, here we are back on it. Mike Bristol and Philly B. And Phil, what's up?
Well, this team is here, and one of the most exciting things to watch this season has been this Baldwinsville team, because no matter what, the games all seem close. There have been so many games decided in the final seconds, and the excitement that this team has provided. I mean, it's been fun to watch.
Our SummitCars.com spotlight interview, Baldwinsville boys basketball team. JJ Starling, what's up, JJ? How are you? Good to have you in studio. Put the microphone really close. So tell me a little bit about your skills. You've been stepping things up, sophomore. Exciting to watch. Got your hair all cut up fresh for the show. Did you just get that done? When did you get it done?
It's been done for like a week.
Oh, really? Still looks good. You still got the lines going good. Good job. All right, talk about your game. Go ahead.
I developed more of a leadership role. I became stronger of a player, more aggressive, getting people in spots. That's what I like to do, pass the ball, knock down shots.
Yeah, set guys up. That's great. You've got in the studio as well Nate Ray. What's up, Nate?
I'm good. How are you?
What's going on?
Nothing.
Talk about the Baldwinsville Bees.
It's been a fun season. It's been competitive, like Phil said. Every game's close. Every game's a battle.
He calls you Phil. You guys are on a first-name basis.
Yeah, I see if enough times you watch.
Like Phil said. That's great. You guys close to Phil? You hang out?
Not really. No one.
You just know Philly B.
Yeah.
You should. This is one of the coolest guys in Central New York. He got married 2 years ago. Did I tell you that?
No one thinks I'm cool. That's
Phil. Come on. Dan Fabrizio. What's up, Danny?
Not much. How are you?
Look very serious, Dan. What's going on?
Not much. Good to be here.
So you look at this team overall. What has been your observation? 14-6, number 4 seed for the AA playoffs here.
I think the biggest thing for us has been, we're a close team, and we're lucky enough where we're a group that's been together for a long time now, since 5th grade. So, I think with a lot of different other classes in Baldwinsville in recent years, it's been a couple different grade levels kind of combining, not really having much experience together before that point. But for us, we've had a lot of chemistry, so that's definitely helped us so far.
Great breakdown. Well, talk a little bit about, I guess, this point of the season. And opponent after opponent, a lot of game film. How do you guys really get ready for each game? What does coach do?
We look at every game. We come in with the same mindset. Every team's good in the league, and we've had a really competitive league for a lot of years, and we know every game is going to be a battle. So we make adjustments game in, game out, but we know we got to come in and play our best basketball every night.
Yeah, JJ, great skill player. You got pretty much a full package at this point. And only as a sophomore, and getting a ton of attention at this point. Talk about that attention.
The attention is definitely good. It's nice to know that your hard work is finally paying off. As far as I also stressful, getting phone calls, making decisions, knowing that at some point you're gonna have to make a big decision on what college you're gonna go to, and just making tough decisions.
Any thoughts on college now?
No, not really.
I hope not, but you never know.
I'm only 15, so.
Guys start looking. This is like the year. Guys start signing stuff. It's crazy now. What you're
big
able to do.
commitments that they don't keep a couple of years later. So I don't blame you for waiting. It's
I'm waiting.
Guys, when you start looking, I guess Nate, let's go to you here for a second. How encouraging, I guess, was it where I think you won twice last week, nearly a third time, needing JJ obviously to put up some big numbers. But talk about those wins.
Yeah. Coach always tells us towards the end of the season. We have to be playing our best basketball going into the playoffs. We feel like we're there.
Yeah.
We feel like we could be playing better. Those 2 wins were huge wins, especially with our seeding and how things turned out.
What needs to change? What needs to happen? What needs to improve? I know that Dan answered a little bit of that, but what needs to happen here?
I feel like we just need to keep playing hard. When we play our game, we feel like we could play with anyone. We know the league is very tough, but I feel like if we just keep playing hard, we have a shot to win every single game.
Dan, talk about Auburn. What needs to happen? What's been stressed in practice? Getting ready for the burn.
We know they're a good team, and we know with all 8 teams left, every team's really good, and anyone can beat everyone. So we're going into this game, treating it like any other game, and knowing that we got to step up for playoffs because it's win or go home, and everyone's 0-0. So everyone's got a shot, and it's a new season.
I'm talking to Baldwinsville boys basketball team, and JJ, I want to bounce to you for a second, then Phil will go to you. You look at all those close games that Phil brought up right in the beginning of the monologue here, at the beginning of the show, and pulling off some big wins. Talk about those close games, getting down the stretch and still getting a win.
We live for moments like that. Getting the crowd in the game, stepping up big. I feel like we have the players to do so, and we never shy away from the big moments. Getting big wins like that has definitely been like a good thing for us because like it shows that everybody can compete and everybody is like a dog in the league. So
all hard games. Phil Blackwell, 215 pounds. Go for it.
Yeah, I mentioned a couple of those guys that were on the team. I wish they were here. But Chase Trombley and Bo Nicholson, both of them have been very, very critical to this team's success all season long. How important is it that they're able to produce points, especially Bo's case? I think he's been producing about averaging double figures. How important is it so that teams who are going to double and triple JJ anyway have to pay attention to those guys as well? How important is that? I'll ask Dan about that.
They've been huge so far for us this season. I think the biggest thing with them is they're big, and but what helps us is they can shoot. So I think a lot of teams kind of have to respect that, and that kind of helps us with a lot of the plays we draw up. We know that they can shoot just as good as a lot of us guards. So they've been big for us.
And defensively, what have you been emphasizing? I mean, Nate, you're probably Nate, but defensively, what's the most important thing as you're facing Auburn? What's being emphasized on the defensive side?
We play good defense, but sometimes we can't rebound. So we need to.
Sure,
well, there you go.
Yeah,
honesty right there.
That's good.
So if we finish out possessions, we know we'll have a good shot of winning.
Nice. Luke, your former Baldwinsville B. Luke, what do you got in your junior?
Yeah. So,
yeah, go ahead.
What do you guys think is going to be the most important thing for you guys to make a run in sectionals?
Go around the board. JJ, why don't you start that out? What's going to be the most important factor to make a big round?
Just staying together and making sure we're competing in practice. We got to make sure that this is like a win and go home situation, so there can't be mental lapses. We're definitely like being more serious in practice, no goofing around. We're taking every drill serious because we know that's going to push us to the next step to compete with these teams. We know it's going to be hard. We have Auburn, and then everybody else is pretty good. So.
Nice job, Nate.
I agree with JJ. We got to play every game like it's our last. We can't take any days off from practice. We've got to play hard, tough the entire way through and just see how far we can go.
Dan, how about you? What do you think?
I think the biggest thing for us is we got to keep competing, and we got to start, taking our game up from here each game out because, we know, everyone's 0-0 and this is win or go home. So we got to step up game in and game out as we go on and just keep staying together with each other.
Let's do some shout-outs. JJ, who do you want to give a shout-out to?
My parents.
Nice. Of course you do. Nate, how about you? Shout-out.
Coach Lewis.
Nice. Very cool. Danny, how about you?
Give a shout-out to my parents.
All right. Guys, give yourselves a round of applause. Boys basketball team. Phil, it's awesome. Phil, who do we got on deck? One more, right?
Got Liverpool boys swimming team. Some of the top swimmers of their team headed to the state championships. I mean, we talked about some of the others a few weeks ago, but this is now we have the top swimmers on the team. It'll be very interesting to talk to them.
Nate, you and Phil hanging out after?
No.
Hanging out, going out for some coffee?
My wife's got, if you keep mentioning my wife, I've got,
What's your wife? She's picking you up, right?
Yeah.
So, what are you two doing after this? Real quick, Phil. Phil, come on. What are you and your wife doing after this?
We're driving home. My dad's birthday is on Monday. We're celebrating it Sunday. That's what we're doing. So.
All right, so no one can meet you out at a restaurant and hang out with you or something?
Nah, family time's very important. I don't get enough of it.
Guys, how about a round of applause for yourselves, huh? Great job. We'll be right back. ESPN Radio 97.7 100.1.
This is the Aflac Insurance Inside High School Sports Show, brought to you by SummitCars.com.
All right, here we are back on it. Mike Bristol, Phil Blackwell, and our last of a bunch of interviews today, which is a lot of fun here so far. We've got our Wegmans Winning Spotlight interview. Members of the Liverpool boys swim team. The whole crew is in here. Griffin, what's going on? Say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Nice job, Griffin. Curtis Merrick, what's up, Curtis?
Nothing too much. We just got out of practice earlier this morning.
How was it?
It was pretty good.
When'd you guys shave the heads?
We shaved our heads about 2 weeks ago.
And you're already, it looks like you got, what do you got, swimmers here? Or what do you got going on? A little bit?
A little bit.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. Do you use the things, you put the plugs in, or the little doughy stuff or whatever it is there?
No, I don't.
You don't bother, so you just keep it going.
Yeah.
Where are you guys swimming? Tell me about the pool.
We're swimming at Fowler High School.
That's right, yeah. So you guys are Fowler. How's that going?
It's going pretty well. We appreciate everything that the custodial staff have done for us all season. It's been great that we actually have been able to practice somewhere all season.
Yeah. Curtis, well spoken, buddy. Julian, what's up, Julian?
How are we doing?
What's happening?
Nothing much. Thanks for having us.
Lake Erie Cross.
Thanks.
Amen. God bless you, buddy. Jack, where's Jack?
Right here.
Jack, what's up? Jack, say hello to me.
Not much. We're glad to be here representing the team, and yeah.
Did you dye your hair? Did you do that?
No, I did not.
No, just normally how you are.
Yeah.
Nice work. Brandon. What's up, Brandon?
Nah, nothing much. Just wondering where this break went.
What do you got going? What is that?
It's a Buddha.
Oh, look at you. Yeah. So what's going on? You did too much break? It's already gone, so you're not happy, right?
Yeah, no, it went by too fast.
Too fast, I know. Brandon. What's up, Brandon? Where's another Brandon? Oh, I already got to you, Brandon. Yeah. Josh. Where's Josh?
Hey.
Josh, what's up, pal?
Not much.
RIT?
Yeah.
100%? Nice. What are you going to study? Is it engineering, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, chemical engineering.
Very, very cool. That's got to be pretty intense.
Yeah, I hear it's pretty intense.
So are you already getting ready, or what's been
Oh, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
I'm taking AP Physics right now, and it's not going well, but I don't know. I'm still excited for college.
It's great to get in college and be terrified. Ian, where's Ian? What's going on? What's happening?
Nothing much. I'm just happy to be here.
You are. So tell me about this swim team. He means you got to get close to the microphone, buddy.
Sorry. So,
of all the great performances, let's talk about this that we've seen here, sectional championships. What's been the most satisfactory for you guys for this team?
I think it's been state quals. Like that was.
Big time state qualifiers, no question about it. Griffin, how about you? What's been the most what's the biggest for you?
Making all 8 individual state cuts.
Big time. So talk about all 8. Give me all 8 cuts. Break them down.
Like my times in each of them?
Yeah, let's go.
All right,
Come on,
in the 200 free, I went 144. In my 2 IM, I go 156, 50 free, 22 flat, 100 fly, 53 5, 100 free, 48 0, 500, 451.
Look at this kid.
100 back, 53 95, 100 breast, 1 flat.
Look at that. He's better than Phil.
Yeah.
Guy got it down. I love it. Curtis. Most exciting moment for you, or what's been the biggest, the pinnacle here?
Honestly, the pinnacle of this season so far for me was when I made my state cut in the 100 backstroke. And then I went on to improve it again at state quals. I was not expecting for as much of a time drop as I managed to get.
Yeah. Julian, I want to know about the sprint races. Tell me about the sprint races, what that's all about, the intensity. You got to get fired up.
The 50 and the 100 freestyle, I don't like to stay in the pool that much, so.
In and out, baby.
In and out, exactly.
Brandon, you're an all-around swimmer. Let's talk about that. Good in the relays. Talk about some of the characteristics of what make a good relay swimmer.
What makes a really good relay is just everyone that's part of it, because you are not only swimming for yourself, but you're swimming for the other 3 people that's in that relay. So coaches always talk to us about this, but in a relay, the best part about it is when you can look at somebody else that raced with you and just be like, and if they didn't race their best, you can be like, oh, I'm about to race my best for you and make up the time difference for them.
Attaboy.
So that's always a nice thing to see.
Josh, let's talk about, I guess, the 3 relays, but which relay team can make the most noise, in your opinion? Yeah, for the state. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the 2 free relays are looking pretty good.
Okay.
We're all like racing to get spots in that relay because it's looking like it's going to do really well at states.
All right, Jack. You have to realize that last time all these guys were in studio, they were ragging specifically on you. The other group. Yeah, you don't remember. See, did you ever listen?
We listened to part of it during our practice. Yeah,
they're talking a little trash. Were you okay with that or what?
I mean, it's all right. I don't want to talk any trash.
No, give it back to them.
No.
Talk about
right.
that other team. Talk about those guys.
I don't know. We all joke around with each other.
Are they
Brings
good
us all
swimmers?
closer.
They're okay?
Yeah.
Somewhat?
Yeah, they're all right. Yeah.
All right, for all of you, let's go around the board, and I guess we'll start with Griffin. We'll start with you. I guess besides obviously getting the best team or times of the season, what constitutes a really successful season for you or for the team?
Being able to look back and have a lot of people improve, and that we've upheld Liverpool tradition and really making our alumni proud of what we're doing in the pool.
Good answer. Curtis, how about you?
For me, personally, it's being able to look back and see my teammates look back on their season and not have any regrets from what they were able to do this season.
Very nice. Julian?
Pretty much just the whole team in general. We had good depth on the team that really got some good points at sectionals and state quals, so I was kind of happy for the whole team in that aspect.
Very nice. Jack, Big Jack.
It's great to see everyone on the team improve, especially the newcomers and the underclassmen, because it just keeps them in the sport and they just really enjoy it. So it's great to see.
Brandon?
I agree with everyone else, but I think that when everyone can look back at the season and come together as a team and just enjoy it and have fun, I think that's the best part about the season.
Where's my boy Josh? We've got, hold on a sec, Josh. We've got our Wegmans Winning Spotlight interview members of Liverpool Boys Swim Team. Your thoughts there, Josh, Mr. RIT.
I don't know.
All right, good job. What constitutes a great season for you?
I think bringing a lot of people to sectionals was really good, and I think a lot of people made their varsity cuts this year, and I think bringing a lot of people to states is pretty cool too.
No question about it. And obviously, Ian, how about you?
I just like making memories and
making memories. I love it. That's a song, isn't it? That's nice. What is the best memory for you so far this season?
So far, just having fun at sectionals.
Yeah, good time at
state
sectionals.
quals.
Guys, Phil Blackwell, the greatest from the Eagle newspapers, the guy that writes about you and lines these things up.
Griffin this. Like I said, you qualified for every state event pretty much, but you decided, I think, individually to only run, I think it was a 200 IM you said. Why is that the case?
Well, really this year we have a chance to go for a lot of the relays, and I want to be able to contribute to the team as best as I can. And there's always next year, too, to swim another individual.
That's good. Good job. Guys, round of applause for you guys. Wegmans Winning Spotlight interview members of the Liverpool Boys Swim Team. You guys doing a terrific job. Let's do some shout-outs. I want to go around the board again. Griffin, shout-out. Who do you want to give a shout-out to?
Our coaching staff, Coach Farrell, and my parents who've always supported me.
Very nice job. Curtis, how about you?
I want to shout out my parents for being so supportive of me my entire career and for supporting me through college as well.
Very nice. Julian?
Pretty much just a shout out to our coaches and the team and my brother for always keeping me motivated.
I like it. That's right. Jack, how about you?
Shout out to our coaches, my family, and all our teammates for keeping us moving, and all the bus drivers for waking up and taking us to practice early in the morning.
Some video. Picture. Brandon, how about you? Very nice job.
Yeah, I'm shouting out my parents and the coaching staff, obviously, Coach Farrell and Coach Carly, but also shout out to the boys for the team and making it a great year.
Good work. I love that you shout out the old bus drivers. That's great. Josh, how about you, buddy?
Shout out to my parents and also Coach for helping all of us.
Very nice. Ian?
Shout out to the coaches and my friends and everyone who supported me and my parents.
All right, round of applause again. Liverpool Boys Swim Team. All right, Syracuse Legends on deck here. Preston Schumpert, Billy Owens, Alan Griffin and Adrian Archer real quick. So that's on deck next. A little bit longer edition of Inside High School Sports this week, so we could crank things in. A little 90-minute show, so it was great. Guys, thanks for coming in studio, and thanks for Phil Blackwell and the rest of the staff. Inside High School Sports, ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. 77 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 and 100.1. 77